And a lot of people look at the home builder's toolbox and say, what is this thing called the Family Needs Survey? Probably the best way to think about this is that you're going to buy a home. And it's an existing home and you want to upgrade it. You want to do some things special with it, maybe add on or do a little remodeling. And usually before you would buy another home, you'd have it inspected. You'd have them look at the heating and air conditioning. You'd have the plumbing checked out. You'd have the attic looked at for insulation. You'd look at the foundation of how everything that was going to be built from that point on would be able to function. And in a lot of ways, the Family Needs Survey is just that, an assessment or an inspection of what you're about to do. Now, it has nothing to do with what was built to this point. It's just what you might do with it from that point forward. In doing that, like a home inspector would look at certain things, in the same way we look at the overall demographics, just well-being or general health of individuals. We look at the health and structure of the marriages, health and structure of the households where children are present. And then we also look at their spiritual beliefs and just the spiritual activities that happen between Sundays to give the church an idea of how they might engage people in the other topics.
Well, and one of the things that the reason you have a home inspection done is so that you can see if there's any problems that are there and hopefully catch them early. If they're, if there's a little drip in the faucet, that's something that's pretty easy to deal with. But if there's, busted pipes or something, it might be a major thing that is going to require more work. And so you need to know what's there and how to plan to deal with it.
Because planning forward in terms of an intentional marriage and family ministry means that we go in with the long haul in mind, this 1, 2, 3-year process. Because you're going to invest a great deal, but then you're going to enjoy it, and we trust you're going to live a lot of life in it as well as a church family. For many churches, the only way they find out if something is not working well is there may be a squeaky wheel who points it out because it's happening to someone that's important to them or to themselves. And in some ways, churches have so much activity going on that they never have time to look at what's happening right now. And so having a fresh set of eyes is oftentimes a very helpful piece of that.
One of the things about the Family Needs Survey is that it gives them an opportunity to anonymously have some input into what's going on, and we make it as easy for them as we possibly can. We have a nice online survey that takes maybe about 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most to complete, and that gives them the opportunity to in the privacy of their own home or in the church office to just take the survey. We encourage churches lots of times to take this link and put it on their website, and then people can go to the website, or they might email it out to everybody, and then they just have an opportunity to take it whenever it works for them.
Now the neat thing is that like a home inspector already knows what are known problems, what are areas that commonly can happen and go wrong in a house that need repair. Since 1999, through the Family Needs Survey, we've been able to look at 31 key areas. 31 areas that many times churches don't even think about as being essential in terms of the strength and spiritual life of their homes and marriages. And so we come and look at those 31 areas and we offer them what is well and what is functional, and just to build on from that point. We also show them some things starting to show some wear and tear, some areas of attention. And we also show them those areas that are critical, those things that they need to be aware of before they begin. And as Joe mentioned, using this objective, anonymous, comprehensive approach, we can give them a picture of where they're starting from. Now, this can't be a measure of the past. We can't do anything about that, but we can begin to build forward with great confidence. And that's the gift of the survey.
And I think that it's really important for them to know that this is not a grade of how their past ministries have been done. It's not an evaluation of the leadership of the church.
Correct.
It's